Hey guys, it's Ashley, and today I'm going to be talking about the book I read in September and the books I'm planning on reading in October, because I do actually have a plan this month, so I'm super excited for that. And this video is also in paid promotion with Disney-Hyperion. So September was not a super great reading month for me. I only read one book, and although I'm not really sad about only reading one book, I am kind of disappointed a little bit because I had planned on reading a little bit more. September was a crazy month for me. I had lots of work, lots of schoolwork, you know, I had to evacuate for Hurricane Irma, so it was just a complete mess, and I only managed to read one book, but that one book was pretty long, so I'm pretty happy about it, I guess. Happy and disappointed at the same time. Is that possible? I'll say so. So the one book that I did manage to read last month was Alethea by Megan Tennant. I was contacted by Joshua, who I think with Megan created this small publishing company called Cloud Kitten Publishing, and they asked me if I wanted to review her book, which is their first published book, and I said sure, because it sounded good. This book is basically a dystopian. We follow this girl named 736 who is living in this compound created by the Prophet, who is this guy who created the safe haven after this disease spread across the world and started debilitating people and, you know, infecting people. And anybody who he's cured of this disease, he's put into this labor camp underground called the Compound, which is where our main character resides. And so our main character one day meets this guy who kind of plants this seed of rebellion and escape in her head. And so she has to kind of decide, okay, am I gonna risk the lives of everybody in this compound to try to save everyone? Or am I gonna just keep on going on, carrying on with life as is? I think I ended up giving this book a 3.75 stars. I loved the plot. I thought that it was interesting. It kind of kept me captivated. The only things that I did have a little bit of a problem with were some of the writing, and the main character I wasn't a huge fan of, but other than that, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I will say though that it took me 27 days out of the entire month of September to get through the first 150 pages. It was a combination of me not having enough time, having to do schoolwork when I was able to read, having to, you know, do anything else, but also because the beginning was excruciatingly slow for me. But I will say that once I hit, I want to say like a third of the way through the book, I plowed through the rest in 1 or 2 nights, and it was really a decent book. I will have a full spoiler-free review up for this book soon, and so thank you once again to Joshua and Megan for sending me this book to review. Now let's go ahead and get into my October TBR. The first book that I am planning to read is one that was actually sent to me by Disney-Hyperion, which is what the paid promotion for this video is all about. This book is called The Adventurers Guild, and it's the first book by Zach Lorcan Clark and Nick, I always get this last name wrong, so please bear with me, Eliopoulos. When I was reached out to about this book, I read the synopsis and was like, oh my goodness, this sounds adorable, I need to read it now. It's a middle grade following these two characters named Zed and Brock. Basically, their world has kind of fallen to monsters and they are in one of the last cities standing. Zed desperately wants to get into the Mages Guild, where he thinks that his status as Freestone's only half-elf will actually be an asset to him, and Brock is really interested in getting into the Merchants Guild, but just as they finally think that their dreams are going to be coming true, they get accepted into the Adventurers Guild. The Adventurers Guild is led by this guy named Alabazel Frond, and it is basically the last line of defense for these dangerous monsters. And then Zed and Brock kind of discover this conspiracy that could threaten to unseat them all. Honestly, it sounds like an adorable middle grade fantasy, and I'm super excited to read it. Plus, like the book Naked, come on, look at this, and then look at the map on the inside. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm so happy. The Adventurers Guild is supposed to be packed with a ton of humor and funniness and just heart, and I'm so excited to get into it. This book also comes out October 3rd, so it should already be out by now if you are interested in picking it up. I'm really excited to be reading it, and I cannot wait. Next on my list is a book I'm planning to read for a readathon this month. Zoe over at Read by Zoe creates this 24-hour readathon, and I couldn't do it last time, but she's making a spooky 24-hour readathon set on October 14th this year, and I am super excited because I'm actually off that day, and so I am planning on reading The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding by Alexandra Bracken. I don't really have high hopes for me that day because I'll probably only be able to get through this book, if that, so this is the only one I'm going to be planning on reading, but if I end up reading any more, then you guys will know from there. If you don't already know, this is Alex Bracken's middle grade book. It's about this kid named Prosper who is then possessed by a demon demon because of something his great-great-great-grandfather did. It's supposed to be a really cute but spooky tale, and I'm really, really excited about it because I love, love, love Alex Bracken's writing. And the last book that I have on my list to read this month is Nevernight by J. Kristoff. Again, this is kind of like a creepy book, right? It's dark and it's, you know, assassins and stuff, maybe? I don't know. The cover looks pretty creepy. I'm planning on reading this book for the quarterly book club thing that I'm being a part of. It includes a bunch of different booktubers, and again, I will leave the link to an intro video down below if you're interested in finding out more about it. It's a very, very chill book club. We're reading one book per season and doing a live show at the end of the season. This month, the live show I believe is October 28th, and there's more info about that in the video. So I'm really excited to find out what is all the hype about this book because I genuinely don't understand it. And so those are all of my books for my October TBR. Let me know what you guys are planning on reading this month and any readathons that you are participating in. Like, I think there's a spookathon going on or something, and people are watching all these Halloween movies, and this month is just gonna be a really, really great month. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you once again to Disney-Hyperion for sending me the Adventurers Guild and for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you later. Goodbye!